Hello and welcome to the Goblin Cave. Sean here, one of the Garage Goblins, where in this video we're going to take a look at the Age of Sigmar starter set Warrior. So I believe it is the 3rd edition. So if you're new to the game like me, I've never actually played Age of Sigmar and I do fully intend to, so it's a good place to start a set. So let's go ahead and have a look what's in the box. So here we have the Warrior box set of the Age of Sigmar. So first of all, you notice the artwork is absolutely fantastic. It always is. They really don't let themselves down here, Games Workshop. So you can see from the front we obviously have the gut rippers from the Orc tribes and a Vindicator, I think. So let's turn it around, go and have a look at the back. So there we go, it shows you what you actually have. So first of all, it says the box contains 8-page Warrior Edition starter set book, 56-page core rule booklet, gaming board and flat pack terrain feature, 10 6-sided dice, 2 range rulers and 2 reference sheets, 4 war scroll cards and 2 allegiance ability cards. It also includes 18 Citadel miniatures, so Stormcast Eternals, you've got a Knight Arcanum and 5 Vindicators. Cruel Boys, you've got a killer boss, excuse me, a killer boss with Stabgrot and 10 Gut Rippers. So we can see from the bottom here, they look fantastically painted, and you know, I really do wish I could paint that good. So first thing I notice about the box is it does have some weight to it, which is always a good sign. So this has been out now for a while. It's 3rd edition, which I do believe was 2021. So again, I've never actually played the Age of Sigmar. I'm looking to get into it. I've started to get little bits, but I thought this was a great starting place. Now, I actually got this for £20, which I thought was really good, because they're normally retailing anywhere between £30 and £45, around that mark. But it's a good starting place. So let's go ahead and open this box up and lay out what we actually have in here. So I've just took the box off now, and you can see everything is well tightly packed, really neatly packed actually. So let's go ahead and start taking bits and pieces out. So we have our 6-sided dice, you know, nothing fancy about them, just your basic dice. You can never have enough dice. I do prefer coloured dice. I do have green dice myself, and I like to use red for wounds. You can't really pick that up too well, it's going too blurry, but yeah, basically just your average dice. And then we obviously have the boards, circular boards, which the game runs off. I do believe you can use square ones as well. I'm not too sure, but if you do know, leave it in the comments below. So there we have your standard bases, and then we're getting into the models themselves. So let's go and take the bits out. So I believe these are parts of the Vindicator. So actually the detail is, I don't know how the camera's picking this up, but the detail on them looks fantastic. I actually like the look of them. The helmets and stuff look really good. I don't think the camera's picking it up too well. I'll just take a few more bits out, and I will then try and get a close-up of it. So I do believe that goes on a base. Fantastic. Yeah, so these are the Cruel Boys then. Cruel Boys, yeah. The Gut Rippers. That could be the killer boss. That could be the killer boss, yeah, looking at it. Like I say, I don't know too much about the game, as you can probably tell while I'm unboxing. This is just simply for me getting into the game. I mean, let me know if you do play and you know, Age of Sigmar and your thoughts on it. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. I do believe it's set after the old world, once the end times, after the end times and the old world was destroyed. So yeah, just looking through some of these now. Don't know how well the camera can pick this up, but we can just about see the detail there. And I've got to say, Games Workshop always do a fantastic job with these models. Now, what I have noticed about Games Workshop, I mean, I used to play back in the late 90s, early 2000s, and it was Fantasy Edition. I can remember 6th edition coming out, and to be honest, it's probably still my favourite edition now, Fantasy 6th edition. So there we go with them, the other Cruel Boys. So I am actually going to, you know, I will take pictures of these as I go along making up, because that's what I'm planning to do. And I will do a playthrough of the game on the channel using solely what's in the starter set to see how well it does play. So they are your models, which is good. So now we have the battle map, which is a nice addition. So if we just get this out, I mean, I do like a good battle map included in these things. So let's go ahead and slip that out. Right, so there we go. It's just paper, so it's nothing fancy. But if I open it up now, I mean, you'll have to excuse the glare on the camera, but it's pretty sizable. It's not a bad mat actually to be starting off. Two-sided, which is good. Yeah, I like that. It's just a basic starter mat. Obviously I do prefer proper boards and mats myself, but yeah, as a starter, that's good. So we're going into the rules now. Right at the bottom then we have our rulers, which are nice and flexy actually, if you can pick them up. Yeah, I think what will come in use for these, if you are going over terrain, so you can bend, you know, such as a wall, you can bend like that there, and that's pretty good. I like them. I do like them. I always use a tape measure myself, but yeah, I do like them. They probably will come in handy at some point, so put them aside. So here we have the booklets, basically. There's a lot in here, so I'm going to go ahead and open this up in a minute. But what I do like, and I have noticed, is it was all packed into this box, but if you turn it, you've actually got your bit of scenery, which is quite cool. It all packs away nice and neatly. So I don't know how well you can see that. I'm trying to avoid any glare on the camera now. So yeah, I quite like the look of that. I think it will go really well on the battle map. Like I said, I am looking forward to playing this, playing it. I am going to be starting the models pretty soon. I will share pictures all on Facebook about it, so do go ahead and like our Facebook page. I will leave you know, the links and everything in the description below. So here we go, the warrior booklets we have. So we should, it looks like we've got our cards of indicators and everything, which I quite like these cards, quick access, rather than thumbing through books and stuff. But you know, it's always good to have a book. I always buy the books, and I probably will buy the core rules book. Now this, yeah, core rules book. Again, art quality on it is brilliant. I do love that. Feels nice in hand. It's a somewhat slimmed down version, I assume. I haven't got a core rule book to put it in comparison with, but this is very slimmed down, so it will be very basic, which would be good for a beginner just like me. So just having a flick through now. Again, it's fantastically laid out. So just flicking through, I don't know, let's try and get that back in. But yeah, there we go. I'm not going to go through page for page, sorry. But basically, yeah, it just gives you your core rules. Literally the minimal of what you do need to get started. So yeah, I will read through this properly and, like I said, do a playthrough. So that's the core rule books. Let's go ahead and look at these cards. Again, allegiance. Let's try and get that out. Abilities, yeah. So again, it's the layout of it is absolutely fantastic. Don't know how well the camera can pick this up, but yeah, there we go. So we have a few cards like that, which is good. Like I said, it's quick access when you're playing the game to, you know, so you don't have to pause so much to look things up. I mean, let's be honest, you can be playing this game many years and still have to look up certain rules. So there we go, get the camera back into focus. So here we have the Gut Rippers cards. And yeah, basically it's just giving you the stats of what you need and everything. So it's the same for the Killer Boss. And it will be the same for the Vindicators and of course the Knight Arcanum, which look fantastic. I'm certainly going to enjoy painting them up. They won't look as good as what they do here. They never do. I'm not a professional painter. I'm not as good as Dale at other Garage Goblin. He is the painter here, and you know, he does a fantastic job. So that's your cards, and then we're moving on to this next book, which is the Warrior Edition. So I assume this is just how you play through. Oh, look, there we go. Let's go back. Look at that. See, this is what I mean about the artwork. You can see where they've cropped the picture for the box here. Just trying to not try and get too much glare because of the light. But again, the artwork is fantastic. It's one of the main things I do love about wargaming. So yeah, there we go. It's just basically giving you how to, you know, how to play a bit, how to paint your models, which is always a nice feature. I like that, how to paint your models. So yeah, like I said, I'm not going to go into too much detail. It is, you know, pretty your box standard. Yeah, it's giving you everything you're going to need. So again, I will look through that. Let's just move these so you can see a bit of what's in there. Yeah, and then we have a rules reference, which is going to be fantastic. Again, nice and easy to access. Now there's two of these yet, so nice and easy for ease of access while you're playing the game, which is always a nice feature. Myself, I do just normally have books, and yeah, probably have to wait round for me. So there we go, what's in there. Of course, we do have the Warrior how to instructions manual, basically how to assemble the models. So pretty straightforward if you do this kind of thing. If you don't, it is easy to follow. It's a bit like Lego, I find. But one of the things I do notice, and it's what I was going to say earlier before I got stopped, before I trailed off, should I say, is that the choice these days, the choice these days in your models isn't so good as what used to be. I think you used to get a lot more choice in, you know, how you pose of your models and stuff. Something I'd like to see return a bit more. So there we have it, what is included in the Warrior starter set. So there we go. So that is what is in the box of the Warrior starter set from the Age of Sigmar. I will be doing a video playing through solely what is in this box as a kind of a beginner's guide. like me, because I've never played the game before. I'm learning now, it is all new to me. But if you have played Age of Sigmar and do play Age of Sigmar, please leave your thoughts in the comments below. So that is it for this video. Please do help us by liking, subscribing. We really want to grow this goblin army. So until next time, goodbye.